Hi, I'm Vicky, and this is my yarn room. No, yes, this is Cat Mum Crafts. This is actually my yarn room as well. And this is It Finished Friday, number 5. There is currently a wasp in my yarn room, so I do apologise if I suddenly shriek up and leap away or start randomly flapping. Anyway, give me a minute. Hello, as ever, or as recently, I'm starting this week's Is It Finished Friday with a hello. Hi. Hi, sit down. And also I'm going to take that away so you don't eat it. Don't put your tail on my coffee. Sit down. Sit down, lily pad. Okay. Sorry. Sit down, Baba. I'm going to get comfortable while she's fiddling about. Right, yes, anyway. This week's Is It Finished Friday. This is Monday. Where are you going? Okay. With acquisitions. So, I've been on eBay, and in preparation for a video for next year, I need to pause my video. Hang on. Sorry, I just realised I've got the telly on in the background. So I brought some more sock yarn in preparation for a video for next year. And I also, on one of my Facebook groups, found an Aldi yarn. It's an Aldi yarn selling group. So I've got a bundle of yarn. So, let's see what we've got. The first envelope. And that is Dusty Sock Eldoris? I don't know. 75% Superwash Merino, 25% nylon, 100 grams, 425 meters. From Dusty Dimples, home of hand-dyed yarn. Blues and speckly and purple, and there's some yellow and some green. It's very exciting. Is that one? Yes, it is. And yeah, Eldoris. Looks like it's dotted, so I'm going to go with Eldoris. Eldoris. I don't know. And secondly, because I bought one sock set, and then this one specifically for Socky Wocky Doodahs. And I've got an idea of 3. Coffee and yarn cakes. 2 of my favourite things, coffee and cake, so you know. Always like parcels. I don't know why I'm being so precious about getting into it, because really, it's needy, I'm sorry, and I'm just going to use it across the room anyway. Oh good, it's like that. Okay, so then we've got some amazingly bright green. Look, that looks kind of minty, but it's... Okay, I'm going to hazard a guess that the dyer has blue hair. Cool. But it is, I believe it's like slime green. It's certainly very bright anyway. Yeah, my camera's blowing it out. And with it, I've got four groovy little miniatures. And I don't know what order I'm going to do them with. I'm half tempted to put these 2 together, and just have the most obnoxiously bright pair of socks known to mankind. And these two, maybe. But by the same token, I could just go completely what the heck and do that, or that, or that. Oh, I'm just going to play with them. But in the interim, I'm going to pop them all together in this plastic bag. I don't know, I kind of want to use that one separately for something else, but I don't know what. We'll see. Now, I think I do have to use these two together. Yeah. You know what? I'm liking those two together. So what I'm going to do is just reach around and grab the more nicely matched set that from last week. And put those in there. And like that. And like that. And that's 3 pairs of socks. Nicely sorted out. You never know, these might find something else to go with. I might manage to find the perfect mane to go with that. And then the big collection that I bought off of the selling group. Oh, okay. I just bought it because it was really, really pretty. It is 400 grams of ombre forest. It is a medium 4, 80% acrylic, 20% wool. 3 button cowl pattern included. Oh. Although how you get the pattern, I don't know. So that's that. Really pretty. I can't see a cowl pattern unless it's... No, it's not on the back of the sticker. And it's... It's on the inside of the thing. And it reckons, if I peer at it enough, 200 grams of the ombre yarn. So 4 of these cakes. And I might granny square up the others. I don't know. Yeah. No. It's not going to go very far as a corner to corner blanket. Might be a granny square. It might be all granny squares. I don't know. I just decided it was pretty and I wanted it. Right, so I'm going to get back on with my day and I will rejoin you in the rest of Friday. Ta-ra! So, now that you've seen my shiny new things, let's get started on this week. I do actually have, sorry, I'm being blinded as well as dealing with stupid wasps. There we go, that's better. Isla, it's a project bag. And that's your foot. Numpty. Benefits of cats. Anyway, I do actually have a finished item for you. This has actually been a bit of a debacle. I was, that's better, planning, I do have a blanket behind me now, just for the purposes of, my son made it, and it's a bit warm for it now, but it's just an extra layer of squish. Anyway, back onto the way my brain is apparently not working. I do have a finished item. It was a bit of a debacle. I can't remember if I'd already put them up or not, but over the last couple of months I've been working on these little amigurumi critter things from Complicated Knots and Skein Spider collaboration, which they called Frankenpattern. This one was the result of Frankenpattern, the first episode. And I have named it Catly the Caterpillar Butterfly, or the Caterfly. Catly the Caterfly. And then they did a second set of videos. And this is my result of the second set of videos. Its name is Deetle, the demon turtle. It has a little flappy mouth. It goes meep, 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 meep. But I had my original practice pieces left over. So, in my infinite wisdom, I decided I was going to make a video out of it. And I made a start. And what I did was I put all of Skein Spider's pieces together. And I came out with this little thing, which I've cheerfully named a Scorpiony, because it looks like a scorpion. It's got little bugs. It flies, but it's got roses for eyes and a little tail with a flower on it. And its name's Fleur. Or is it Flora? Flora. Its name is Flora. Flora the Scorpiony. And I then also made all of Complicated Knots bits. I think this one might be my favourite out of all of the ones. This is Petra the Petticoat Bug. Now, all was going well until I started attempting to make a combination of all of the practice bits that were my favourites from each part 1, part 2, etc. My favourite piece of the two parallel. My favourite out of each video, each challenges part 1s, my favourite out of each challenges part 2s, my favourite out of each challenges part 3s, and so on. And I reached the conclusion that actually working a project for a video is just too much pressure and it takes all the joy out of it. So that was abandoned, along with what I was going to call the Neon Mega Monster, which was all my practice parts squished. So yeah, that's the amigurumi debacle, but I'm quite happy with the ones I've got, and they can all live in their own little shelf. What else have I been working on apart from that? So they're finished. That is done. no more of that. So then my verticality, which I'm going to be sitting and doing some more work on later. Lots of good improvement this week. Yep. I've just realised I've just pulled on my bag, my mic even. So yes, progress. Would be great if I was organised, wouldn't it? Progress. Last week I was literally there, so I've got all that done. And it shouldn't be too much longer until this is done now. I do, of course, need to move the Progress Keeper up. There we go. So that might be a finished object next week. Might not. Who knows? My evening project has been my Coco's calendar cow. I've now finished May, so that was last week. Now finished May. I've finished the yellow, added the brown, put the black in betweening line, and made a start on the grey. Which is the first one of June, and then we've got grey, orange, green and pumpkin for June. But as that doesn't get a lot of work on the regular, it still might take me a while, but we'll get there. So that's that. And then the Easy Peasy shawl from last week, the one that I started a bit cheekily. I have done that much from the little teapot, which is not bad going considering it's my out and about project. And by out and about I mean like going to see my eldest or babysitting. But that needs to be attached a bit more convincingly. There we go. I started 2 more in different ways. I started, and this is a very teeny tiny one at the moment. A fingering weight one. Look at it, it's tiny! Tiny, tiny. Oh, that I need to stop pulling on my microphone. So that needs a stitch marker, Progress Keeper thing. What am I thinking? Do you know what? I think I'm thinking my little smiley face. So there we go. Got a little look. Little smiley face is nearly as big as the baby shawl. It's ridiculous. But it'll grow. Eventually. And because I'm even more insane, that bag of yarn that you saw right at the beginning from Aldi that I didn't really know what to do with, guess what? That's number 3. And that is a massive bag of yarn that I've just dropped all over the floor. So this is a self-striping, colour changing yarn. I picked that up yesterday morning when I was feeling a bit Why have you gone over there? And I kind of feel like this does need a big chunk. Oh, I've got one here that has green on it. So there we go. So that's that. Might be a bit more progress next week. There might be a lot more progress next week because on that one, and I think I'm going to blast through that one first. Because I'm possibly meant to be babysitting this week. I have no idea. So that will be... Wait, no. No. I'll be a couple of hours at my son's plus 6 hours maybe babysitting. So it should chunk up a bit. That's your tail, you idiot. Right, so that's that. So, a different something special Sunday than originally planned this week. And then normal service will resume on Friday. So, look after yourselves, everybody. And in addition to looking after yourselves, in the immortal words of Bill and Ted, be excellent to one another. And I will see you soon. Bye. Perhaps sooner than we think. I just wanted to say a big, massive, slightly bewildered thank you to Crafty Moo Sarah for giving I'm still all a bit giving my channel a shout out. I've moved downstairs since earlier on, and giving me a subscriber goal that I hadn't even thought about. Thank you. When I started this, in fact, when I started my first attempt and abandoned it because I was technically stupid, and I'm not very good technically now, I wasn't bothered if I was talking into the void, because if there was anybody out there listening, well and good, but this was my method of trying to keep myself accountable for my makings and my ramblings, and to make sure I didn't get too bogged down in anything really. I did go through a stage fairly recently of trying to make things just for videos, but I've given my head a wobble. I've had to rethink a few videos, and really I'm just taking the pressure off myself. But even then, even when I restarted and got going, I was really just expecting to talk into the void. I lost a few subscribers when my subscription to Crochet Society ran out, which is fair enough. But Crafty Moo Sarah, you've given me a shout out. I'm touched and bewildered and phenomenally grateful, because in the space of a day my subs have jumped from 30 when I checked this morning to 40, and now I'm aiming at 50. So you know, there's 40 of you that's daft enough to listen to my ramblings, and also keep me accountable for not winding myself up about things that I can't do anything about, and putting pressure on myself, and also making sure I finish a few things before I cast on other new things. Because the bug, I've narrowly avoided another cast on today. That's because I want to get some stuff finished. So you new guys, thank you. I am touched and overwhelmed, and I'm gonna keep saying that. So yeah, you guys, make sure, do not let me start anything else until I've finished a few things, apart from something for Christmas, which I do need to do, but I think that's going to be on holiday. Yeah. So that's it really. I just wanted to say big warm welcome to everybody who's popped up today. Oh, excuse me. Hello, thank you. I'm Vicky, and this is my level of insanity. I'm babbling because I'm actually speechless. So thank you, and bye-bye again. And also, be kind to yourself, and in the immortal words of Bill and Ted, be excellent to one another. Bye-bye again.